Chances are you have already spent some time on LinkedIn, but have you ever wondered how it's built and what tools power it? Well, welcome to a bold and slightly reckless series where we will be building and deploying the closest thing to a LinkedIn clone using the same technologies their engineers use. Thanks to StackShare and Wapalizer, we know they rely on React.js and Java. We'll be using Git and GitHub to version our code and later GitHub Actions to set up CI/CD for running tests and automating deployments. Throughout this series, you will not only be learning about software development from building to setting up a CI/CD pipeline to testing, but also get hands-on experience with two of the most demanded frameworks, React.js and Spring Boot. In this video, we're going to set up our monorepo project. And if you don't know what a monorepo is basically a way to structure an application where you would have different components or different softwares in one repository. This is a technique that's used by the biggest software companies like Google. So we are gonna go here and create a folder. I'm gonna call it LinkedIn like this. And I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code for now. So let me come here, and so as you can see, as of now it's completely empty. So first thing first, we're gonna set up our React project. So for that, we'll be using Vite, which is a build tool for the web, which is quite good. So let me just grab this, and then here we're gonna say create, and we're gonna call it frontend. This is gonna be our frontend folder. So let me say yes. We're gonna have to answer a few questions. So we'll be using React, and we'll also be using TypeScript. So now, as you can see, we have our frontend folder that's populated by Vite.js. Then we're gonna go to Spring Boot, and we are going to instantiate a Spring project. So using their web starter. We will be using Maven as our build tools. If you are mostly a JavaScript developer and you don't know what Maven is basically like NPM to some extent. So and we are also going to be using Java 21, and we're gonna here say that the group is going to be com.linkedin. The artifact is going to be LinkedIn as well. The name is also going to be LinkedIn like this, and here we're going to say that it's going to be a LinkedIn. As the description, we're going to say a LinkedIn clone using the same technologies as LinkedIn engineers, like so. So we're gonna use jar as packaging and Java 21, as I said, and we're gonna grab two dependencies for now. The first is gonna be Spring Web. This is basically the package that will help us build our RESTful application later on. Then we're gonna also grab the Spring Boot Dev Tools. This is going to help us with things like restarts, live reload, to enhance our development experience. So for now, that's all we're going to be needing, and as we go around, as we go throughout the series, we're going to be adding more dependencies. So let me just click on generate like this. So it's going to generate this zip. I'm going to open it, and we're going to actually so grab this folder, and we're going to add it in our project here. So, and we're going to call it backend like so. So if I come back to our Visual Studio Code and enter full screen, as you can see, we have our backend and we have our frontend. And since we're going to be having a monorepo, meaning one GitHub repository, we are actually going to be adding our gitignore here at the root, like so, and also grab the content of this one and add it below our backend. Actually, let me separate. Let's say getting your content generated by Spring Boot sorry, I don't know how to say this. So initializer. So initializer, like so. So like this, and I'm gonna paste it here. So I'm actually gonna remove all of these. Like so. And so we're gonna delete this one as we won't need it anymore. Also this. And here, and let me say here, getting your content generated by Vite. Like so. So with this, we're gonna be good to go. And then let me actually go to the front end and make sure there is not a Git repository. Yeah, there is no Git repository, which is good. Come back to the backend. So okay, so that's good for us. Then we are going to instantiate a Git repository in the root folder. So let me come back and say git init. Sorry, it's init like this. Git add. So let me commit all of this. I'm gonna say setup backend and frontend using Spring and Vite, like this. So guys, this way of writing commits, actually it's called semantic commit messages. You can check it up later on. It's a convention where we try to be as specific as possible in the commit messages. For example, if it was a feature that we're committing here, instead of chore, it would be a feed. And if it's a bug fix, it's gonna be fix here. So let me actually go to my GitHub account and create this repository that we will be using throughout the entire series. So let me call it LinkedIn, like this. And here, I'm gonna add a description here. And then hit create. And let us add the remote. And then push. Excellent. So if I refresh here, as you can see, we have our backend, our frontend, and our .gitignore. So guys, that's it for the first video. In the next one, we will be implementing the sign in and sign up logic of LinkedIn, like you see here on the linkedin.com website. So thank you so much for watching the video until the end, and let me know if you want to share anything in the comment section, and see you in the next one very soon.